Okay, I am bringing the borough meeting to order at 7:05 on November the 13th, and we have the flag salute led by Mr. Lynch.
Pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Pursuant to the New Jersey Open Public Meetings Act, adequate notice of this meeting has been provided by posting on the bulletin board in the entrance hall of the Beach Haven Municipal Building and mailing the same to the Beach Haven Times, the Asbury Park Press, and the Press of Atlantic City. Mr. Caxton.
Here.
Mr. Lynch.
Here.
Mr. Maskell.
Here.
Mr. White. Mayor Davis.
Here. Okay. Great, so we're all here, and basically we have the borough manager's report next.
Okay.
Sherry?
Cash receipts in the current fund account for the period October 1 through October 31 were $2,134,581.44. Cash disbursement in the current fund account for the month of October totaled $1,085,474.80. Cash balance in the current fund account as of this period totaled $11,913,272.78. Cash receipts in the water utility account for the period of October 1 through October 31 were $418,967.55. Cash disbursements in the water utility account for the month of October totaled $39,198.29. And cash balance in the water utility account as of October 31st was $2,618,237.48, submitted by our treasurer, Sherry Bowler. We recently had a meeting for the construction of the new Borough Hall. That meeting was on November 8th. And I was, we meet bi-weekly, and this particular meeting really impressed me. They talked about what they had done the 2 weeks prior to the meeting and what they will be doing in the 2 weeks after. And the list was very impressive. So in the last 2 weeks, they've started installation on the second staircase. The sheetrock is 100% installed and ready for paint. The second floor is 95% primed and the first coat of paint. The first floor is started the final coat in the police area. They started installation of the epoxy flooring in the police area. The ceiling grid is 90% complete. We're continuing to install the MEP in the ceiling grid. Door frames are 75% installed. 95% interior window trim installed. Gun lockers are installed. Fire extinguisher cabinets installed. Locker room lockers installed. We started installation of the locker room floor tile and bathroom floor tile. The elevator installation is complete. The crawl space installation is complete. The metal roof panels are complete. Cedar siding is complete. Exterior columns complete. And the Ingleside road job is ready to begin. And in the next 2 weeks, they will be looking at starting up the heat in the building, finishing the MEP installation, finishing both stairs and including the concrete on those stairs, completing installation of ceiling grid, MEP work, floor tiles in the bathrooms, epoxy flooring, installation of plumbing fixtures, toilet partitions, doors and hardware, VCT carpet floor installation, exterior railings, crawl space painting, flood vents, crawl space hatch, and installation of gutters and leaders. That just really impressed me when we heard this list, and I thought that they were really doing a great job moving forward with all these tasks. It looks great.
It does look good.
I guess the only comment I'd say is right now we're planning to start moving people in the end of January.
Okay, so next we have the approval of minutes, and there was a glitch. We didn't all get all the minutes, so we're only going to approve the minutes that we received, which were for December the 18th.
September.
September. What did I say?
December.
Oh,
So that's a regular, the special and the closed.
yes. Okay, did everybody have a chance to read the minutes, what you received?
Yes.
Is there a motion to approve September 18th? There's two Special meeting in closed session.
I'll approve it.
Motion to approve.
Okay, second?
Second.
All right, roll call.
Mr. Caxtis?
Yes.
Mr. Lynch?
Yes.
Mr. Maskell?
Yes.
Mr. White?
Yes.
Mayor Davis?
Yes.
We'll move on to ordinances.
Okay, ordinances.
Ordinance 2017-25C, an ordinance amending and supplementing Chapter 212, 16 signs of the Borough Code of the Borough of Beach Haven, County of Ocean, State of New Jersey, to regulate flashing neon, animated, and digital signs. Final reading.
Is there a motion to approve that?
On 2025C, I think this one was a motion, I'd like to make a motion that we push this to December the 11th to permit further attorney review.
So we're tabling until December 11th. Have a motion?
Make a motion.
Dawn made that motion. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Second.
All right.
Mr. Caxtis?
Yes.
Mr. Lynch?
Yes.
Mr. Maskell?
Yes.
Mr. White?
Yes.
Mayor Davis?
Yes.
Ordinance 2017-30C, an ordinance supplementing Chapter 136 nuisances of the Borough Code of the Borough of Beach Haven, County of Ocean, State of New Jersey, to include light trespass as recognized and prohibited nuisance within the borough. Final reading.
Is there, we agreed to table this also. right?
Yes.
Okay, I make a motion to table this again to our meeting of December the 11th to permit further attorney review.
Thank you.
Second.
Mr. Caxtis?
Yes.
Mr. Lynch?
Yes.
Mr. Maskell?
Yes.
Mr. White?
Yes.
Mayor Davis?
Yes.
2017-34C, an ordinance amending an ordinance entitled Code of the Borough of Beach Haven, County of Ocean, State of New Jersey, as the same in Chapter 45 pertains to alcoholic beverage. Final reading.
Is there a motion to, oh, that's right, yeah. Because this is the passage of the ordinance, it is open for public comment. Would anybody like to come forward and comment? Therefore, I close the floor to public comment. Is there a motion to approve?
Motion to approve 34C.
Okay, we have a second. Roll call.
Mr. Caxtis?
Yes.
Mr. Lynch?
Yes.
Mr. Maskell?
Yes.
Mr. White?
Yes.
Mayor Davis?
Yes.
Ordinance 2017-36C, an ordinance supplementing Chapter 212 zoning of the Code of the Borough of Beach Haven with the addition of Section 212-29 violations and penalties. I did make one small revision to this, so tonight is an introduction, first reading.
Yeah, and this came about after the land use board reviewed this particular ordinance, and they made some suggestions.
What was the change?
The change basically was to eliminate some language that,
Actually,
you know, Sherry can,
One of the things, Chuck, is that the land use board, they wanted to make sure that an
knowingly.
electrician and everybody else that work on the job may not be aware as to whether it's legal or not legal. So the word would be knowingly assist.
yeah, Dawn did it. So we added the word knowingly, that's
Knowingly
it.
assist.
Yeah, knowingly assist, because there was some thought that, you know, somebody could come in and do a job and think it was fine, and then they would maybe get, sued. So that's what that is. Is there a motion to approve this reintroduced ordinance?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Mr. Caxtis?
Yes.
Mr. Lynch?
Yes.
Mr. Maskell?
Yes.
Mr. White?
Yes.
Mayor Davis?
Yes.
Ordinance 2017-37C, an ordinance amending Chapter 134 2B1 noise of the Borough Code of the Borough of Beach Haven, County of Ocean, State of New Jersey, first reading.
This is the first reading, so is there a motion to approve?
Motion to approve 37C.
Second.
Mr. Caxtis?
Yes.
Mr. Lynch?
Yes.
Mr. Maskell?
Yes.
Mr. White?
Yes.
Mayor Davis?
Yes.
All matters listed under item consent agenda are considered to be routine by the municipal council and will be enacted by one motion in the form listed. Any items requiring expenditure are supported by a certification of availability of funds, and any item requiring discussion will be removed from the consent agenda and discussed separately. All consent agenda items will be reflected in full in the minutes. Resolution 240, ratifying a shared service agreement with the Beach Haven Board of Education for the beautification and maintenance of the Beach Haven school property. 241, returning dumpster bonds. 242, returning piling bonds. 244, returning park bonds. 247, authorizing the borough clerk and chief of police to endorse social affairs permit applications, 248, amending resolution 211, 249, authorizing award of a contract for professional services for 2017-2018 for Historic Preservation Advisory Commission attorney. 253 is budget transfers. 259 is authorizing an agreement to omit Block 172, Lot 11 from the tax sale in exchange for 60 equal monthly installments to the tax collector for delinquent property. And 260 is authorizing the execution of a contract with Danker, National, Han, and Mayline for the purchase and installation of furniture and equipment for the new Borough Hall at 300 Ingleside Avenue.
Is there any of these particular resolutions that you would like to remove?
Question.
Yeah.
247, authorizing the Borough Clerk and Chief of Police to endorse. Will the council be able to see these prior to your authorizing them?
I added a whereas that says that the Borough Clerk shall confer with the mayor or council president before endorsing said applications. And in the now therefore be resolved, it says the mayor and council will be notified of all permits endorsed by the municipal council and chief of police.
Okay.
Okay, that's good. That's a change that I thought was helpful. All right, anybody else want to take anything off or have a question on any of these resolutions?
No.
All right, so is there a motion to approve the, all the resolutions?
Motion to approve the resolutions as read.
Second.
Mr. Cattrick?
Yes.
Mr. Lynch?
Yes.
Mr. Maskell?
Yes.
Mr. White?
Yes.
Mayor Davis?
Yes.
I have a bill list this evening in the amount of $3,391,799.86.
3 million or 2?
2 million.
I'm sorry, 2
2
million.
I thought you said 3 million. Whoa.
$2,391,799.86.
Are there any questions on the bills? Did everybody read them? It's a lot of money. Big
I'll
bills.
abstain there because I haven't read it.
Okay.
I didn't check.
Okay. Well, yeah, that because there was a revised bill list. We didn't bill list come out.
School
earlier.
taxes and this.
Yeah, we had a lot of school taxes, legal fees, engineering fees, it was quite hefty. Is there a motion to approve the bills?
Make a motion to approve the bills?
Is there a second?
Second.
Mr. Cattrick?
Yes.
Mr. Lynch?
Yes.
Mr. Maskell?
Yes.
Mayor Davis?
Yes. All right, so we're now at the public comment part, which is, this is the exciting part of the day. If anybody would like to comment, please come up, go to the microphone, state your name and address, and comment. All right, I knew you were going to comment, so I'm just waiting.
Uh-oh.
I hope it's a good comment.
He's taking his coat off.
Wow, this must be a long comment. And a scarf. I hope you're not going to take your shirt off.
Uh-oh.
I guess I shouldn't say that. I'm being cool.
He's laughing.
Yeah, I'm laughing. I'm laughing because Chuck told me of a Facebook response that I find really interesting. Kathy King, who was the woman that was here the other day and feels that everything's being done, behind closed doors, which it's obviously not. I mean, there's a lot of things that are discussed at council and at land use board meetings. But she says in a post, the deliberate development of planned housing that is contrived to meet an image from somewhere other than here does not create the local character that people love here.
Did she post that on her Facebook page? I didn't see it.
Yeah, she posted on Chuck's in a response to a note.
Because
from
I
Chuck.
usually see her Facebook.
Yeah, and I think, listen, Beach Haven was not in compliance with a COA obligation for a long, long time. And I think we all know we kicked the can down the road as long as we could until, we had the court standing there in front of us to do something, and we made a deal. We made a deal to develop COA units. If there's a better way to do it or a better way to comply, tell me. I'd love to hear it. But, this is a woman who came to a meeting, stormed out after she made some inappropriate comment. She's obviously not here tonight. In fact, the only people that are here tonight, Kurt Davis, Jackie Fife, myself, John Halpern from the Taxpayers Association, who, by the way, opposed that little tax that we thought was such a great idea. But,
It
whatever.
was very sad for this
There's
town.
not,
Very sad.
I'm just amazed that
Yeah.
people don't come to these meetings. They're fun. Look at how much fun we're having. I mean, there's a lot of things that we talk about. Anyway, I don't have anything. That are working hard, and we're working hard, and we're trying to do some neat things, and we got some good things moving forward. We applied today for an application to Land Use Board for an expansion of the Black Whale. We're acquiring Don Hugel's house to tear that down, which needs to be torn down, and expand a successful business that's in the community with, probably no variances as I see it. So that's a good thing. Other than that, we're still moving forward with the Fourth and Bay project. And we're expecting county planning board approval on our 500 North. They were supposed to be tomorrow, but they pushed us off until the December 3rd meeting. But at that point, we're ready for building permits and move forward. That's it. Thanks.
Thank you, Mr. Burris. Thank you very much. Anybody else like to come forward and speak?
Yeah, John. Go there.
All right, nobody? Okay, then I close the floor to public comments, and we have final remarks by council. We'll start with Mr. Lynch.
I just wanted to say that the Veterans Day ceremony was a beautiful ceremony, and I think a lot of people enjoyed it very much. I know the weather was bad. It got very, very cold during Friday evening, but I thought everybody who braved the weather to get there had enjoyed it, and I thought it was wonderful. And it brings a tear to my eye to see a lot more people not there, because I think we have to really remember our veterans. And so maybe we'll drum up some more business next year, get more people there. But it was a beautiful day, and I just wanted to thank everybody for being here.
Thank you. Jim White, would you like to make any comments tonight?
Well, I was going to comment about that also, that I was proud of the people that showed up. I'm extremely proud of Beach Haven for what they extend for our veterans every year, the Memorial Day and Veterans Day. And I'd like to pay special thanks to you, Mayor Davis, for an outstanding speech that you gave. It was very moving, and I think well appreciated by the people on the dam.
Thank you.
And that's it.
Thank you. Mr. Maskell?
I have just a question on the borough building. Are we going to have a commissioning ceremony I heard you say January people are moving in.
Yeah, we will have it. We're
Something-
going to have it. We haven't planned it yet,
But
but
it'll be
we
prior
need
to
we need to
January?
plan it so that we're all here, not taking a vacation. I'm going to be gone for a little bit in January.
That's what I meant.
Yeah. And we are actually replacing the cornerstone. It's going to say 2018, not 2017.
Okay, well, I didn't know whether we were going to have something prior to January.
We've had some discussions at the meeting, thinking that we would have a grand opening ceremony.
Right, that's what I
after
meant.
the people are moved in
Oh.
and the furniture is there, and doing something around Easter. But like just an open invitation, just during January. And January, the police department's going to be moving in. The furniture is just only going to be delivered in January. So even though we get a certificate of occupancy, it's not going to be fully operational until later on.
If you're going to wait that long, you might as well do it during turkey dinner, fire company, whenever. That's a big,
Yeah.
huge.
Oh, that's a good idea, Jim.
Yeah.
Well, that's February, yeah.
So we're
A lot of
thinking
people
about,
go down that weekend.
let's get everybody in here, let's get all the bugs out of it, and then we'll have the grand opening.
Okay.
Thank you. Mr. Cactus?
Couple things. First of all, there's a press release going out on the Pocket Park. We're actually calling it the Community Park in Beach Haven. People see that's under construction. The resolution was passed today for the agreement. This is something that's been on the books for 20 years. And we've got a lot of cooperation with the Beach Haven Board of Education to let us build, taking 15 feet of the school property. And we've got a lot of public support on this. It's a community-wide project. It's supported by local business owners, individual contributors, the Jetty Foundation, Southern Ocean County Chamber of Commerce, Beach Haven Chamber of Commerce members, and Beach Haven Futures in combination with the funding by the borough. So it's really, we hope, one of the first of many projects that will be a public-private partnership where we've got other individuals willing to contribute for the improvement of Beach Haven, and this has been a lot of positive response. I can make that available for the press if they want it. Second thing is on December the 7th at 4 p.m., there will be a meeting here. And again, it's a meeting that's going to talk about, we had over 1,500 responses to the online survey. Over 25 businesses were interviewed, so those survey results are going to be presented at that meeting. In addition, Stockton University did a walk-around survey during the summer. They're going to present their results. And then we're going to have our consultant talk about the Beach Haven Economic Redevelopment Zone plan for the business district. It's going to be really going to be a session where giving everybody an opportunity to learn, understand, ask questions, to keep being informed and to participate in this. The plan is really to introduce something for the downtown business district after the first of the year, but not before then. So, but that's what's being planned for December the 7th at 4 p.m. here. And finally, we will be looking at the economic redevelopment zone for the Maritime District, and that process is beginning. And the first step in the process, the next step in the process will be to discuss it with the land use board with the findings of their investigation report. And that's going to happen at the next meeting. I think it's on December the 4th. So a lot happening. Just one other thing is, I guess we've got the pavilion has been delivered, and now we're waiting for the pavilion. This is the one at the end of Taylor Avenue. Now we need to schedule its erection using volunteer people.
With Jetty, yeah, Jetty's doing volunteer work to
Correct it.
very exciting, and we paid the bill for that today.
Saw that.
So, we
And just a shout out for one other thing. Chris isn't here tonight, Chris Carson. Chris is, as people are knocking down their houses, okay? Our family members knocking down her house, and Chris was able to take all these shrubs that would have other been thrown away, and he's actually planted them on the dunes on 5th Street. So, and people, just a shout out, when you start knocking down your houses, rather than just tossing these trees and shrubs, which are beautiful, well kept, and everything else, away.
as long as they're non-invasive species.
Yeah, give a call out to Chris.
Black pine.
Yeah, give a call out to Chris, and I'm sure he could find a place to put them either on the dunes or elsewhere in town too.
Thank you. I have a few comments. First of all, in what Don said, Chris Carson has been really an exceptional head of Public Works. He's really taken on it himself to get stuff like this done, which is much appreciated. I also want to mention that a lot of you probably expected the Borough Hall to be open sooner, and it really it's taking time because we got this grant. If we didn't have this giant grant, well, we'd all have to be paying a lot more in our taxes for the building. But the grant is very, very. The granting agency is very particular of how we do things, and that's caused a little work slowdown. But they're paying the bill, so we can't complain. For example, everything has to go through our contractor that they approved. So if somebody comes in and doesn't do a very good job, we just can't find somebody to do it. It has to go through their contractor, and that takes time. And that's one of the reasons why the opening has been pushed back. But it's good. All is good. So that's just one reason.
Just to that point too. Believe it or not, Hurricane Harvey has delayed our project because of the Economic Development Authority, you must buy American-made materials. All the ceramic tiles that are going in the hallways are coming out of Houston, Texas. So we were delayed like 3 to 4 weeks awaiting delivery because the ceramic manufacturing place in Houston, Texas was shut down and just only started up again. So we got like a 3 or 4 week delay because of that. So again, when you're dealing with the Economic Development Authority, it's not just the paperwork problem, but it's also you must buy American and you've got to live by the rules that are established.
That's true. I just thought people should know that.
Yeah.
Another thing is I was extremely saddened that our Green Acres referendum did not pass. We will put this on the ballot again next year. It did pass in the township. They didn't, I don't even think it was close there. It's such a sad thing for the town because we have to spend money to maintain our parks. And that might mean we have to raise taxes to do it. Through this tax program, not only do we pay a very small tax that goes into nothing but parks, but we have a great possibility of getting matching funds and grants that we don't if we just raise taxes to, say, build a bathroom in Veterans Park. In this situation, if we had the approval of the Green Acres tax, we would be able to build that bathroom using that money and probably get grant money to help us with it. So it's really a very sad situation. I think people do not understand this, and I guess we haven't done a very good job in explaining it, but we're going to keep trying. Another thing is I had a long chat with Angela Anderson today. Angela works for the township. She has a job where she just deals with environmental stuff. So we have, Jim Zafara does that for us, but it's just part of his job. This is her whole job, and she's extremely dedicated. The township just passed 2 ordinances this month. One is to ban plastic bags. They're totally banning plastic bags. And the other is they have an invasive species ordinance that you're not allowed to plant invasive species. She told me that was mostly due to invasive bamboo that a lot of people are planting in the township, which is causing problems. But the plastic bag ordinance, I don't want to chat with her about that because I've been wanting to do this for the last 6 years because we live on the sea. And these plastic bags are a great danger to our sea lives, to our turtles, to our birds, to fish. And they break down in the water and they really affect all the sea life. It's not an easy, they did a huge amount of work in the township to have this thing go through. Not just, they talked to every business in town, every single business. And they have the Acme, they have Hands, they talk to every restaurant in town. They talk to the realtors. So she gave me a lot of guidelines of what we have to do. I think it'll be easier for us to do this because they've done it. And they're a huge part of the island, and we're sort of stuck between them. And as she said, the Acme was not thrilled with this, but they're going along with it. And there's a lot of it's educating people that bringing your own bags in to the store or using a paper bag is really easier in a lot of ways to carry and move your groceries and large purchases around. The plastic bags that are banned are bags that are the type of bag you carry out of the grocery store. They're not banning like if you buy one of those roasted chickens in the Acme and they put that in a plastic bag, you can still do that. Or those little bags you put your vegetables in to weigh them, you can still use those bags. But it's the carry-out bags that they have banned. Some towns have a reduction, they have an ordinance that reduces plastic bags, which we're also going to look at. It's not quite as strict and draconian as totally banning the plastic bags. But it's very surprising how many towns in New Jersey have banned plastic bags, and particularly along the seaside. One of which is, I'm having a senior moment. It's up north. It's a great big town. It's right next to, no, it's right next to Ocean Grove. Lavalette. Is it Lavalette? No, not Lavalette. It's a much bigger place. Starts with an L. What is it? Right next to Ocean Grove. Long Branch?
I think it's Lavalette.
No, it's not Lavalette. It's much bigger. Anyway, I just can't remember. I'm sorry. But there's quite a few towns in New Jersey that have banned the plastic bags. And of course, there's whole states that have done it. It's California, Hawaii. You can't get a plastic bag there, and even a paper bag, you have to pay for your paper bag, or if you don't bring your own bag. I know at Murphy's, if you bring your own bag, they give you 5 cents off on your bag if you bring it. But so this is going to involve a lot of work on our part, and I would like to ask for help from anybody out there. For example, the Beach Haven Chamber of Commerce and Beach Haven Futures could be a huge help in making this happen in Beach Haven. Because if we do this, we want an amiable agreement with everybody that this is the right thing to do. And I strongly believe that. I don't know if everybody else on council does or not. I have a feeling that we do, because we need to be protective of our sea life here. So that's about all I have to say.
Chuck would like to
And
interject.
just on that subject, I've had a conversation with John Monson
Uh-huh,
from Murphy.
yep,
And he'd like to present evidence to us at a council meeting or a monthly meeting.
okay,
That there is a commission that has presented something to the state on the banning of plastic bags. And like I said, I'm not for or against it, but I just like to keep it, like you said, to get a full impact of what it really means to ban them or not to ban them. So I'd like to give him the opportunity before we, proceed with anything.
well, I totally agree with you on that. I mean, the township didn't do this overnight. They approached every business person, every restaurant, every realtor in the township to talk to them about it. They've actually put together bags that realtors that are, people that rent their houses can leave in their houses for this. So there's a lot of, they put a lot of thought behind it, and we need to do the same thing. It didn't happen overnight, but I do think we need to think about this.
Okay.
All right? And that's about all I have to say. So is there a,
Motion to adjourn.
okay, we have a motion to adjourn. Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye. That's it.